Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash.
the honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation and much love. Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And the brothers from Great Millstone, Brother Ash,
Call.
and we're just going to do another live stream, Lord's will is edifying. And we're just going to go into the topic of Esau, Edom, alright, and how he's not going to receive any mercy. Okay, if brother want to grab that, no mercy unto him that showed no mercy. I'm paraphrasing. All right, and then I'm gonna get Edom out of this is the Compact Bible Dictionary, the Zondervan. Okay, and we're gonna see what the scholars that put this book together got to say about Edom. All right, so this is Edom. It says Edomites, the nation. And it's people. Well, look at this. It tells you Edom. It tells you how to pronounce it, and then Edomites. And then after that, it says red. All right. So even Esau knows this. All right. It says the nation and its people who were the descendants of Esau. He founded the country of Edom. That's the one. Okay. Yeah. Let me jump down to the point. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgment, which has not taken place yet. All right. Let's say, see notably Isaiah 34:5-6, and Isaiah 63:1, which we'll get those. It says, she is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. So the only nation on the planet that's not going to receive no, let's say, mercy from the Most High. At least the other nation is going to receive mercy. Ultimately, eventually, the Lord ain't going to do away with them. That's mercy. All right, so you got it?
Yeah, this is James 2:13, and it reads, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy.
So the Lord's going to have judgment without mercy upon Edom, because what? You didn't show mercy unto us. All right? Going all the way back to Cain, all right? Then Esau himself, all right? Then the nation itself, them all the times they have come up against us, even when the Babylonians took us down. All right, they were literally saying, they said, raise it, okay. And then Psalms 83, they were Confederate, them leading the charge. And then the slavery, all of the atrocities they done to us, man. They had no mercy upon us, man, to this day.
God, that's why in Sirach it says, when adversity cometh upon thee, he is there, man. Mm-hmm. Esau Edom is always there when it comes down to tearing you Jake's up, man. All right, this is why he sets up certain legislations, he passes certain laws. Ultimately, it's for the worst of you Jakes, man. But see, you're gonna be exposed. All right, the devil, so-called white man, is gonna get ready to be exposed, and you Jakes is gonna be caught up, man. All right, once he start to bring down the hammer, as it's written in Revelations 12:12, you Jakes is gonna flip out, man. You're gonna lose your damn mind. But then you're gonna know, while we out here on the corners doing these sit downs, showing you that the so-called white man Esau Edom is the devil, and he's completely against you, man.
He's not your friend.
Right. At all, man. I got something.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this is Psalms. You got something? Go ahead.
Yeah, you got something.
All right, it's taking a little minute.
Kind of going into what the pretty much brother quoted about in that day, going into when Esau, he never, showed favor on Jacob. Obadiah, which is one chapter, verse 10, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In that day thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive, his forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. So pretty much brought out because the brother quoted, going into this man is never going into his track history, going back to right when we left the land of Egypt, in the book of Exodus, who was, the first people that, gave us trouble, was Esau, and it's still to this day, he's always in the way, because he's, our enemy.
Top adversary. All right, this is Psalms 101, verse 5. Whoso privily slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that have an high look and a proud heart will I not suffer. All right, so Esau Edom is the slander, man. All right, and it's also a scripture, I believe, in Revelations. It says, accuser of our brother, day and night, man. All right, and Micah, it says he does wickedness upon his bed, ultimately to destroy you, Jakes, man. You got it up.
Kind of, and that they never had mercy on us, man. All right. And again, this goes back all the way, to the beginning. All right. And I want to bring out a quick account to prove that Esau's always been against us, no matter what. Even after we left Egypt, this is Judges 11 and 16. But when Israel came up from Egypt and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea and came to Kadesh, then Israel sent messengers unto the king of Edom, saying, Let me, I pray thee, pass through thy land. But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto. And in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab, but he would not consent. And Israel abode in Kadesh. So, and Moses was like, look, if we going to go through your land, all we're going to do is pass. We ain't going to drink your water. We ain't going to take none of your cattle. And if it does happen, we're going to replace them. We're going to, but this devil still came up against us, man. Came up to battle against us. Okay, so this man is not to be trusted, all right, and he's not to be shown any mercy either, because he ain't since the foundation, the birth of Edom, he has never showed us mercy, all right. Go ahead. You got something? If not, I got one. All right, real quick. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and 16. It says, Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Because this man, he's a decrepit, all right, piece of crap, man. It says he's lest there be any fornicator or profane person. So there ain't no fornicator or profane person more than Esau, Edom. All right, this is the basis of men. All right, this is the most atrocious, all right, deceiving murderer that's ever lived. Okay, verse 17 says, For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sided carefully with tears. So you can cry all you want and call on sweet Jesus, but what? You have no place of repentance because of the lack of mercy you've shown, not just to the Israelites, which most importantly to us, but to the nations, all the nations, and the earth itself. All right? You pollute the air, you pollute the earth, you pollute the seeds, you pollute everything, you pollute the minds. There's nothing that you haven't contaminated, all right, or destroyed. All right, that's why there's no mercy for you, man. The earth itself has to be burned up because of the lack of mercy you've shown to it. All right, America's got to be utterly destroyed from coast to coast because of the lack of mercy you showed to the indigenous people here, and then the so-called Negroes you brought over here on slave ships, man. That's not mercy. So you expect to receive mercy in the kingdom of heaven? No, that's the answer. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, come on. Malachi chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, yet ye say, Wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob. So pretty much quick point, going into the mindset of our people now, because we're in hell. Ultimately, our people don't acknowledge their fault, but at the end of the day, the Lord's still going to choose Israel, and that's why what's going to happen these last days when the Lord had mercy on his elect. Verse 3, And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, We are impoverished, but we shall return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, They shall build without throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
Right, so the Lord has indignation for them forever. Forever. All right, and it said that the people of his curse, man, because they have a curse. The curse that was put on Cain. All right, the mark that was put on Cain. This man was born with it. Okay, so they're cursed people walking around. Now you got Israelites that do look like them. Well, guess what? They're cursed. That's a curse that we fell upon them. As a matter of fact, there's a whole line. I forgot his name, but there's a line of a certain Israelite that he got leprosy, and it was continual. Okay, but what? It's a curse nonetheless. It's called leprosy. Okay, and that's why the Lord cursed them, because He has indignation towards them forever. All right, and it's not because like I think it's in Romans 9, nothing they did before he was born, or after, the Lord chose them to do that before they were even born, man. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is Ezekiel 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
And we're gonna make him most desolate, man. Because what? Ultimately, he's gonna utterly destroy them. You know, that's the end game for Esau, to be eradicated from the face of the earth. All right, you're not gonna be up. That nation's gonna be removed. All right, there's not gonna be people walking around calling themselves Edomites no more. After 1,000 long years of hardcore slavery. Go ahead.
I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and thy valleys, and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and he shall know that I am the Lord.
That's right, man. So the Lord is saying all this, all right? Because what Esau, he hates the Most High. Okay, that's why he hates us, because we're his chosen people. Okay, we are the image of the Lord, so to say. Okay, he made us in his image, meaning he gave us his ways. He didn't give it to all the nations. Okay, and Esau hates it. That's why he didn't know how to do it when he was king. He didn't know how to do a proper sacrifice. When he was Edom, he hated Jacob. Okay, and then as a nation, they're just completely contrary to the Most High's ways, man. That's why he wants to set up his new world order, his image. All right, he wants you to worship his image, the beast image. Go ahead.
Verse 10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there.
Yep. So that's speaking on the Israelites, man. He did that unto the Israelites. See, his whole, because he knows who we are. You know, Jake's the only ones that don't know who they are. Right, and he took us. That's the specific reason why they didn't bring gooks, all right, on slave ships here. They specifically brought certain people, and they specifically came over here with a goal in mind. Okay, knowing who was already over here. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, I will even do according to thine anger.
So according to the anger that Esau showed unto us, that's what the Lord's gonna do that unto you, but even double. 100-fold. All right, go ahead.
And according to thine envy.
And according to thy envy, man. Because what? Ultimately, Esau. That's one way of hating somebody. You envy them. Man, fuck, man. You want what we got, but you can't do it. That's why he wants to, make cyborgs. Biohacking, because he wants to be as great as Jake, man. You don't see no damn Edomites out there on the basketball court slam dunking, all right? You don't see the heavyweight champion of the world is an Edomite, all right? That was in the 1920s when Jake couldn't partake in sports, Now, if you do see somebody that may look like an Edomite, he's whooping ass, that's a Jake, all right? He got flavor like McGregor, That's an Israelite, man.
The Gypsy King.
Yeah, the Gypsy King, yeah, Tyson Fury, all right? So they envy us, man. Not only in our physical, because remember the scriptures say two men or nations in thy womb. All right, one shall be stronger than the other. He's physically weaker, spiritually weaker, mentally. All right, everything about him is weaker, man. And he envies it. He envies us. He envies our style. All right. He envies how we move. He envies that we got melanin and he don't. Right? I don't have melanin like these brothers, but at least I can go out in the sun, all right, and not be turned into a lobster, within 30 minutes. Go ahead.
Which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known amongst them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies.
Yeah, this is the #1 blasphemous person on the planet. Which is what? A filthy, wicked lie against the script, the Holy Ghost, against the truth. This man has completely distorted truth, man. which is blasphemy. He said he's the Most High. He painted a white boy as Messiah. Or he said the Israelite, the people of the Lord, the ones you read about in the Bible are a bunch of gutter rats. That's blasphemy, man. That's why the scriptures say, I know the blasphemy, or let's say in Revelation 2 or 3 and 10, 2 and 10, 2 and 10. You know, I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not. That's a bold lie, man. Saying that you're the Lord's people, man. Go ahead. They are the Lord's people. The Lord's people that He has indignation forever. That's the people you are. Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid waste, they are given us to consume.
They think that we're here to serve them. They think Esau already thinks that we were created to serve him, man. Well, it's not so. It's actually the complete opposite. Go ahead.
Verse 13, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate.
That's right. So the whole earth is going to be rejoicing while they're getting burned up. All right. After those 1,000 long years of hardcore slavery, everyone's going to be rejoicing, even the other nations. And you're going to be what? Desolate, destroyed. All right. Gone. Through. Finished. Go ahead.
Verse 15, last precept. And as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all of Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Yeah, and the Lord's going to do that even before He eradicates them. By what? Taking him out of power.
That's right.
And He ain't going to have, that's why it says, Isaiah 14 and 21, prepare slaughter for His children, that they fill the face of the earth with cities, man. So you're not going to have a Washington Street or whatever the hell these devils name after, because they name the lands after themselves. You're not going to have nothing, man. You Edomites ain't going to have nothing. And that's because you showed us no mercy. When now we're in the kingdom, we ain't going to show you no mercy to the point that you're not even going to have property. All you're going to have is a hole in the ground. And that ain't even yours. All right? The clothes on your back you're going to wear until them shits disintegrate like you used to do when you was a brute beast in the mountains. When you was a caveman, you used to wear your clothes till you just disintegrated. Oh, you're going to do that all over again. Okay? Did you get that Isaiah 34?
Got it.
Yeah.
Start at 5. Because remember, He didn't show no mercy unto us, and since He hated blood, well, the Lord's preparing the biggest bloodbath for you. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 34 in verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
That's right, and that sword, that glittering sword is going to be the missiles, man. That's what's going to take Idumea out of power. That's what's going to take Esau, Edom out of power. All right, mainly, the modern day Idumea is here in America. This is his chief place. All right, this is his, what's the word? His prized possession, so to say. All right, he's labored so hard just to get America to where it's at. All right, that's why the Lord is ultimately going to destroy it completely. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
There you go again, the people of His curse, the people whom He has indignation forever. Okay, He's going to bring them to judgment, and He's going to use their own weapons against them, which ultimately we understand that the missiles are one of the armies of the Lord. But what? He used Esau to make them, and he gonna fall upon his own trap, man. The snare that he set up is gonna be what catches him up. Go ahead.
Verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bosra.
So that's it's gonna be. The sword is gonna be filled with the blood of the goats, the rams, the kidneys, and all that, and the fat. Because what? It's gonna be a sacrifice. And what do you sacrifice with? Fire. And that's what the Lord's gonna do here in America and around the four corners of the earth. Okay? Because what? Ultimately, Esau gonna be banging on each other, man. All right? Because who's gonna shoot missiles to America? Russia, the EU, all right, and other nations, of course. But Esau gonna be banging on Esau, man. Red on red crime, as they call it. Go ahead. That was it on that?
to that verse though. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Great slaughter in the land of Idumea, man. Basra, the chief city, one of the chief cities of Edom, in the land of Edom. You have something?
Yeah, I got some. Jeremiah 49, verse 13. It says, verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
So you think you're gonna go unpunished? We weren't supposed to drink of that cup, but we still did. We had to go through. We caught all kind of hell. Nobody's been through what we've been through. So what you hear this? You've done all manner of wickedness. You've done the blasphemy. All right. You touched the apple of the Most High's eye. And you think you're gonna go unpunished? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Yeah, that's no mercy, man. Look, you gonna drink that cup, nigga.
That's right.
But I can't. It's too much. Too bad. Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation.
There you go. The Lord swore by himself. So he gonna do it. He gonna hold true to that promise. All right. And he gonna make Basra once again, the chief city of Edom, a desolation. All right.
God, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetually wasted.
That's right, man. So this place is gonna be a curse. All right. It's gonna be desolate. All the cities here in America, man.
That's right.
Well, shit. All the cities of Edom's gonna be taken down. But mainly here in America, man. This is literally gonna be the place, the lake of fire, all right, and not one standing, nothing's gonna be standing left here, nothing. At least in Russia, there are gonna be parts not hit by missiles. You know, parts of Europe might not get hit by missiles, all right. But what America is gonna be, see the shining sea destroyed. You got anything else?
Yeah, I got something we can okay. Going into pretty much those Edomites that claim it wasn't me, you know, that I wasn't the one who did this to you, so on and so forth. This is Sirach chapter 41. I start at verse 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
That posterity meaning your lineage, your line, you know, they're gonna have a perpetual reproach, and to this day it's showing, you know. To this day it's showing they're all embarrassed for their forefathers. Well, too bad, that was you anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because it says the inheritance of sinners. So even though you didn't, so to say, at that time, well, you can claim that you didn't do those things that to the Lord's people. You know, you're still benefiting from what happened back then. You still have a house, still have a car. You know, you're not supposed to be here. You know, I mean, we're not supposed to be here either. But northern tribes going to so-called Native Americans, you know, this is their land. You know.
Well, let's say you did. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you wasn't one of the ones that had us in slavery. You were born maybe after that or whatever. We'll say you was in somehow not part of that era. Well, guess what? If I sell you a stolen car and you willingly take it and you know it's stolen, guess what? You going to jail with me. So for you receiving, knowing the history of how you got this, how you in the position you are, the head start that you got, you know this, all right? You still take it. There ain't no Edomite say, you know what? No, I'm gonna go live in the hood and I'm gonna start off where they start off. No. A lot of these Edomites, they got bank accounts when they're born. Their parents building their credit up. While the nigga can't even walk, he got a perfect credit score, man. Meanwhile, Jake, he start off with a 200 credit score. You know, be a miracle if he makes it to 500. But what did you willingly know? And you can say, well, I didn't do it, and I don't have white privilege. And yes, you do. You have Edomite privilege because this is a generational thing. It's been passed down, so, and you willingly accept it. Whatever you say, because Esau's a devil. He'll lie to your face. Them people, them Edomites that be like, oh well, you know, I don't. It's not fair. Well, man, you're a devil. All right, you're still taking advantage of your privilege. Go ahead.
And that's when they'll say I'm Cherokee or something.
Yeah. 3/4 or 3% Cherokee.
Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Yeah, and now they're complaining because oh well, you know, it wasn't us. You know, the forefathers, the founding fathers. You know, my family didn't have slaves. Okay, well you can complain all you want. You know that's going on to deaf ears. You know.
No mercy.
Yep.
I'll read 8 now.
lift this up. You got any of the slavery signs on this? Let's see if there's one particular where they were taking the photos of the guys hanging. You ain't got that one? Okay, it's all good. But, you know, nonetheless, when you see those photos of Jake hanging and all the Edomites standing by there, guess what? There's kids in there smiling too. You know, giggling like schoolgirls. Go ahead.
Sirach 41:8, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction.
Yeah, if you increase, it shall be to your destruction. Look, Esau has increased to the point where he controls the whole earth. But what? It's for his destruction. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 9, and if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse.
Yeah, not only is he born in the curse of you know, the lack of pigmentation, but what? The curse ultimately is that he's going to be eradicated, man. And like the scriptures say, if he be multiplied, it be for the sword.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
God, if ye die, a curse shall be your portion.
So even if you die, man, a curse is your portion anyway. All right. Again, going back to the only nation that will not have mercy. That's the curse. All right. You're the only nation that wasn't promised mercy from the Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh. That's a curse. All right. And guess what? You're the people of the curse, man. That the Lord has indignation forever. All right. So you're not getting off scot-free. You can apologize and cry all you want like your forefather Esau. Guess what? You're not getting the blessing back. You've already, here it is, this man wants, he's already enjoyed his blessing for thousands of years, and now he want to take our blessing? Come on, man. You've had your kingdom. This is your kingdom. The kingdom of heaven for Esau is we living in it. All right, and it's over. It's done. There's no more need for wickedness on the earth no more, man. You've done your job. Now it's time to go ahead and punch out. All right, and the Lord's going to clock you out the hard way.
Get your ass.
Yep. You got any closing statements now? All right, so with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. All right, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Chadash.
double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutations, much love to you, Akim out there. Shalom.
Shalom.